Hey, it's Chuck. If someone's ever told you that Confederate monuments are just history and taking them down is erasing the past, this episode's going to hand you the receipts, so let's dive into it. Let's talk first about Stone Mountain, Georgia. On a clear day, you can see it rising above the Atlanta skyline from 60 miles away. It's the largest exposed granite dome in the world, 825 feet tall, measuring 5 miles around its base and formed more than 300 million years ago. Carved into its north face is the largest bas-relief sculpture on the planet, of 3 Confederate figures on horseback: Jefferson Davis, Robert E. Lee, and Stonewall Jackson. Carving alone is so big that you can stand in one of the horse's ears to get out of the rain. And here's a timeline nobody really looks at. The Civil War ended in 1865, the carving not even proposed until 1914. And in 1915, on Thanksgiving night, a group of men climbed the mountain and burned a cross to resurrect the KKK. That's not coincidence. The people running the Klan and the people running the Memorial Association were the exact same people. The carving started, installed, and for 36 years, nothing really happened. Confederate generation was long dead, so nobody was rushing to finish a monument to honor them. And then 1954 and Brown versus the Board of Education happened. So with schools being desegregated, suddenly Stone Mountain became urgent. In 1958, the state of Georgia purchased the mountain specifically as a memorial to the Confederacy. The governor who pushed the purchase through was a strict segregationist, and in 1963, the same year as the March on Washington, sculptors were selected. The next year, 1964, the Civil Rights Act was passed and carving resumed. The monument was dedicated in 70 and completed in 1972. Carving wasn't finished during the Civil War. It wasn't finished during the 50th anniversary. It was finished during the Civil Rights era because that's when it was needed. In psychology, this is what we call territorial marking. It's the behavior you see when a group feels like status is threatened and responds by staking physical and visible claim to contested space. Stone Mountain wasn't finished because Georgia suddenly wanted to honor its dead generals. It was finished because Black children were being ordered into the same classrooms as white children, and the state needed a mountain-sized reminder of who is still supposed to be in charge. And this pattern wasn't unique to Georgia. Texas installed 27 Confederate monuments in the 1960s alone. 16 new ones were dedicated across the South in the very year of the Civil Rights Act. The monuments went up on courthouse lawns, at school entrances, along roads that children walked to get to class. Not battlefields, not cemeteries. The places where Black Americans were beginning to have rights. Over 1,700 Confederate symbols still in 2026 stand in public spaces. So when people say don't erase history, the history they're defending isn't the Civil War. These monuments were built to tell Black Americans exactly where they stood. Stone Mountain still there, still the largest Confederate monument in the world. Finished not to remember 1865, but to answer 1964. I'm Chuck, the Bald Therapist. Work on you. Take no bullshit from you or from a rock. Remember that you matter, and have a gentle rest of your day.